Good evening, everyone. It's still going up nice. People are afraid of this world here. Robotnik, Mcdora, Cityland. Now, I like to highlight something about this world. This is the last world of the list. Mcdora City Land. It's just called Mcdora City. Um, what's Mcdora? Mcdora is an ancient city that has relations to the history times that Robotnik sees that used to be there. Now, the histories of Mcdora City highlights the city of back into the future or into the future that Robotnik or his grandfather or some other familyhood of Robotnik used to rule this area in the future. It was some sort of scientist that have many families that conclaims Mcdora City is Metropolis. Why is it so special that Mcdora City is ancient? It's because it resembles the future of the timeline of another future that goes way into the future that Eggman didn't even know he was the greatest man that ruled it. That ruled some other timeline. That's that 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 they that the freedom fighters used to destroy. I don't know this world's called, but I don't want to get resembles to the Mobius time. But we have to make it at least close enough that the timeline is starting to make connections to that old timeline. That Robotnik used to be the most greatest man that had a smart brain that they all feared him that he ruled over that planet. But they said it was destroyed. So now it's repeating itself. It is repeating itself on Robotnik of a new timeline. But everyone calls him Eggman, but it's repeating himself. Fang knows about the future because he has read he is trying to repeat the timeline for Robotnik. How does Fang know about this future of the Metropolis? Because he can see through the future, that he went through the future and he saw whatever it called Metropolis, and he visioned what would happen if it repeated itself on Mcdora City. That if he can save um, if he can save her, he can give Robotnik the greatest city once more that he used to rule, and it can be on Big Planet, and then he can conquer other planets to make his wonderful cities come to life. But he will only accept this. He could only bring his wonderful dreams to Robotnik if he can restore her friend. Um, if he can save Samari and remove the disease completely that used to be in the timeline that he lived in. Well, a this is the final zone, and Eggman has already conquered it. Why? Because Fang already was here before Eggman ever came. Because this is the area that Samari is trying to get cured at. Mcdora City is where Samari is. And Eggman came to Mcdora City, and Samari is where she lives. This is her home. They both lived here in Mcdora City. And as for Fang, this is not his home. His home was on the earth. That's what he said. This is not his home. But he was born here. Like from the story, it's being a connection from his own planet to Mcdora City. Now things get interesting. Eggman came here, making a deal with Fang. A deal with Fang. Uh-oh. Now his father is the president of the city, and Eggman is trying to rule it and rebuild the history of the future that Fang knows that he can bring to Eggman if he can save Samari and remove the disease once and for all. You're getting the connection. Now I can't tell you, but I can tell you this. Because I can't resist this timeline. So I'm gonna reveal that. But the other world, there is another zone after this. It is two more zones, I think. Probably the final zone. Yeah, actually, there's two more, I think. Where I will not reveal them. That'll be the final last stages, and that'll be it for Sonic and Baby Green CD 2. Fang will give Robotnik the future of Robotropolis back. He can build his future and make Robotropolis come to life. Now the bad future will be Mcdora Robotropolis City. It'll be called Robot. I wrote it here, I think. Let me see. Hang on. This is what the city will call. This is what the name of the city will be called in the future.
Robo Mcdora Topless City.
That's what it'll be called. Because Eggman has finally given Samari the antidote, and she was restored, giving Fang Dr. Robotnik the future. So, what would happen if it was turned to the good future? It will no longer be called Robotnik Mcdora City Land. It will be called Mcdora City. Meaning, the future that untold that it never happened. The future has never happened. So this is where it's getting interesting. This is where everybody don't understand what's going on to the city. Yes. How in the future the disease was removed. But in the bad future, Samari was killed by Sonic the Hedgehog. Because it repeats the bad future, and Fang took up his legions with Dr. Robotnik and made the future come to life, repeating itself. A Robo Metropolis was reborn. Now Mcdora has been turned into Robo Mcdora Rotropolis City. Meaning, in the bad future, Sonic killed her. But why did it happen? Because Eggman made it happen. Eggman have a cure? I really don't know. Maybe he didn't. So he did something crazy to make it be Sonic's fault. And when that happened, did this future change and things went Eggman's dreams. But if it didn't happen, it still doesn't make a difference. So if the future happened and Mcdora was saved, then the normal future has not revealed it yet. But Fang looks into the good future and sees that but Samari was saved by who? Sonic and Baby Green the Hedgehog. She was cured, but the bad future. But he doesn't think it would happen. He might have saved the good future, but it didn't happen. This is just a glimpse that Sonic did, and Fang seen it through the good future, but he doesn't believe it, so he's not going to take that chance. He will build Robotnik's dream. The only way he will see it, it will be probably in the last zone. And Sonic tries to help Mcdora. I mean, Samari. But he can only do what he can, because the disease will come back. And when it does, who will be knocking at the door to try to save him? We don't know. Fang is probably a knucklehead just like Knuckles. So, this is like what happens to Knuckles, it's happening to Fang. Wow. So, what's happening to the city? Eggman's dream is coming true. It's repeating itself again. So, you don't have to be afraid of this future. I believe Sonic will try to save it. If not, the Commandos in the bad future, the Commandos has lost the war and Eggman has won. So yeah, the last defense, Sonic was gone in the bad future, and actually, in the bad future, the Commandos took up their allegiance with Robotnik because the bad future shows that what Sonic did. So things went the bad road, and yeah. So this sounds like a very good story, and yeah, this is the place where Fang was brought to. So Big Planet is where the people live, and where those poachers lived. But the poachers actually took their legions with Robotnik, and they became subjects. What happened to Fang in the bad future? Well, Fang was conquered the earth, and turned Green Hill into a black world. The bad future shows Green Hill is no more. Planet Earth, where Sonic lives, Fang took over and destroyed his world due to what he did to Samari. He got payback. He got his revenge for what Sonic did. And all his friends were captured and put in cages for what Sonic did to Samari. They were all prisoners of war. They were all sent back to Mcdora City, and they were all put in cages, locked away forever for their punishment for what they did to Samari. Every one of them was put away, but one was still alive from the good from the future was Sonic the Hedgehog and Baby Green. So they were never found in the bad future. Only their friends were put away. Even Tails was put away in the giant chamber where Eggman threw tomatoes and apples at Tails. He was chained up with his head down in tears and kept saying, Sonic, come back. Sonic, come back. Where was Knuckles? Well, Knuckles was put in the Knuckles cell, and the Master Emerald was in Eggman's power. Um, I mean, Dr. Robotnik's power. He was super Dr. Robotnik, and Fang just just sat down and just felt in so much pain and was hurting him in the bad future. That's what he saw. But he saw everyone, every single animal in this world was locked away that was on Sonic's side. They were all put in prison. They're all prisoners of Sonic's um, judgment. Every Fang and the courts, everyone judged the heroes and said they were all sentenced for 1 million years in prison, where they will all die for what they did to Samari. They were all the prisoners of war. The commandos took their legions and found out that they took their legions. They could not save them anymore. They had to turn their leaf with Dr. Robotnik. Oh no. Why? Actually, they didn't. They retreated into space, figuring out a plan how to stop this. They didn't take up their legions. What they did, they surrendered and retreated. Some of the soldiers were captured and put in prison. The rest of them was scattered through space, figuring out how they're gonna save this planet. The planet became a dark, dark planet. Samari was gone, and Fang took his revenge and went after the commando somehow and took him one by one and put in prison. They tried to stop Fang, but Fang was just too much. But the leader soldier was still trying to fight back. Their spaceship in space was destroyed, but they managed to escape. So it's a war, and um, it's like the Cube and all that, like Star Trek Cube and all that. Fang is becoming like that. You have done bad, and you get it. They get captured, and they turn into slaves. It's terrible. It's a very bad future, and Sonic did not return. And Baby Green and Sonic did not return. As for Amy, and Baby Cabela was captured. What happened to Baby Cabela? Well, she was put into a center to try to brainwash her. She was in a nursery place, and she was being turned into one of their minions. She was being punished. Everybody knows what happens to babies. They try to turn their babies into bad. The Robotnik tries to turn the babies to the wrongs, turn them brains into their side, and it didn't work for Cabela. She was not giving in, and and Robotnik was trying to tell her that, come to my side, I will take care of you. You don't have to be here. If you stand on my side, I will feed you and take care of you like my own daughter. You could be beside Gallius, and he will be your friend, right, Gallius? Yes, I would. Cabela said, never. I will never join you because I know Sonic didn't do this to Samari. You did this, Eggman. You didn't have no cure for Samari. And this is why Eggman made sure not for Cabela to tell Fang. He kept her sealed away from Fang because she knew what happened to what Eggman did to Samari. And if Cabela told Fang and tried to get through to him, but Fang didn't listen. He's not gonna listen to a little mutant hedgehog bunny. She tried and she was crying, trying to tell Fang, listen, listen. Sonic was not the one who did this to Samari. It was Eggman. I mean, Doctor Robotnik. You know, as Eggman. But yeah, it is. It is terrible. The the future is in Eggman's world. It's it's his dream actually came true. Fang gave everything to him and made him become president of Mcdora City, and it was renamed Metropolis Mcdora City. It's written down there. So the names will the names do change. The names will change. Now, this is Robotnik Mcdora City Land. It reminds you of Robotnik Land. So this is what it is for now. It will be changed in the future to that other name. In the good future, it will become Mcdora City. In the past, it will become Mcdora City. Mcdora City. It will still become Mcdora, but there'll be two names different. Robotnik Mcdora City Land and the bad future, the other name. So just to let you know, it will be changed. Two names will be changed. The other two will remain the same. So you understand what happened. Robotnik got his dream. His dream came true. So now you know what happened. And Sonic's trying to save the future, making sure that doesn't happen, unfold. So yeah, Eggman was here before Sonic ever came, and and I mean Doctor Robotnik ever came. That was here before Sonic ever came. Um, Robotnik know that Sonic was coming, so he tried to stop him. So yeah, you know. So now you know what's going on here. This is it. This is the world where Eggman will rule it all and make the dream of the future. And Fang told him about the way into the future, but does he tell him? I really don't know. It's just he's repeating the future for Robotnik's dreams. So yeah, Fang is doing Robotnik's wishes, but he hasn't done it in this future yet. Until Samari dies, then his future will come. So he's trying to. He promised that he will cure Samari, but he's gonna plan a plot because he doesn't. He probably doesn't have the cure. So he's gonna plan it on Sonic that Sonic killed her. Woo! Eggman just knows how to lie. Eggman is rotten to the core, and he's just a liar. As Sonic tried to tell him, but he didn't believe him. So yeah, people, I hope you understand now, and now it's completely completely clear to you. So, where would this world turn us to? We will see what will happen.